Welcome back to Simply Awesome Podcast. We are here with Kendra. Let's get back into it.
Let's go.
All right, we last left off. We were talking about the consequences and people backpedaling and what we think should happen to with the system and everything. The president left a message saying these people are special and we love you, but I don't understand that. If you saw it, you saw it. This is widely seen on the internet. I don't understand that.
The sentence ain't make no sense. Like, nigga, what?
Maybe somebody could explain it to me, but I don't know. I don't know.
This is a never-ending South Park episode.
That's what it seems like. That's what it seems like. That's what it seems like.
Well, when this these Simpson episodes gonna hold true? That's just they play this because that's what we was looking for.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. Let's do one more thing that we can swap topics. Let's go to there was a man in I want to say Iowa that ran through a group of Black Lives Matter protesters in August, last August.
Mm-hmm.
He is getting no jail time and 3 years of probation. If he does not get arrested or get any type of trouble during these next 3 years, this incident will be expunged from the record. What are your thoughts on this?
Wow.
Clearly, Black lives don't matter, not as of the government.
Right. This just shows you like the double standard that's being held. And or it's almost like, okay, if let's take Black Lives Matter out of it, if he had ran into anybody under any circumstances, he wouldn't have received that such a low penalty. So it's almost like an extra smack in the face. Like we're making it obvious to you that because we hate Black people so much that these people are at most going to get a slap on the wrist.
Yeah, this is very sad because that's multiple cases of attempted murder, vehicular homicide, technically right there. Well, right. attempted vehicular homicide right there. And he wasn't charged with any of that. That's also a terroristic act. And he get charged with anything. There was a protester, I think, doing Ferguson that lit a trash can on fire. He's doing like 5 out of 8 years. He's currently served 5 years of an 8-year sentence with like a trash can on fire. This man attempted to murder multiple people.
Right.
Like
that's what I'm saying. It's like they're intentionally showing you that no, we plan to let them off with a smack on their wrist. Because we don't like Black people.
Yeah, that is very sad. It's very sad. I'm not shocked. I'm not surprised by this, but it's very, very sad to see how the justice system is treating these people.
Yeah, another example.
We don't get any justice in this system, which is very, very sad.
Yeah.
Another example that we need to update the judicial system.
Yes, we do.
I mean, we do need to update it, that's for sure. But also, we can't even. The laws is written needs to be just. They just need to rewrite the laws. Like let people get the same. I'm sorry, guys, my dog is about to bark. Okay. I can't even stop. But like, let's play fair. If the law is the law, then let's just apply it. All the same across the board. And obviously, that's not what's happening.
No, it's not. It needs to be. That's what the law is set out to do. But we obviously know it doesn't work like that.
Right.
All right. The next thing we got going on is Gayle King did an interview with Maya Ponsetto, the woman that beat the young kid in the hotel because she thought he stole her iPhone when her iPhone was in the Uber. The Uber driver ran out like, "Hey, you left your phone in the back," and she had already tackled him and whipped his ass.
Disgusting.
This is my first time hearing this.
Mind you, she didn't go after the white men that were walking through the lobby. She didn't go after the women that were walking through the lobby. She singled this young man out, his 14-year-old child out.
Right.
That was with his father. Said, "Oh, you have an iPhone? That's my iPhone." Mind you, there are millions of iPhones out there.
Right.
Ain't like she said I have a custom made one of one Android or all gold iPhones, like only 3 of them made or something like that. No, it's a regular ass iPhone that millions of people have. It's like, no, you stole my iPhone.
Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't even listen to like the whole context of the situation. But in any way, even if she thought that he did, like, how do you just choose that you want to tackle somebody? That to me is wild.
Yeah,
and then her
just
response,
go ahead.
Then her response, her attitude towards Gail was like wildly disrespectful. That's the clip that I saw.
It was very disrespectful. She's like I'm a 22-year-old. I'm a child. I'm a kid right now. Like, I'm just a young girl that was scared and was all alone and didn't have my phone. You're a grown ass woman. You're an adult.
Aggressive.
You're an adult attacking a child.
Right. So yeah, no.
And I hope they're talking about, we can't find her. Gail found her. Find her dumb ass. This ain't the first time she did this. There was another incident a couple days before that was the hotel where she got kicked out and damn near arrested also. So yeah, this is the first time this has happened with this woman. A similar incident happened before. So yeah, find her ass. I hope the family sue the shit out of her. And the hotel for allowing her to walk away because there were people in the hotel just letting this happen.
Right.
Mind you, there was security around, just letting this shit happen. Mind you, this wasn't an adult she attacked. This was a child. A 14-year-old child. Not a grown ass man like people say, it's an adult. Like, no, he was a tall child. She's the adult in this situation. I hope she get hit with assault and battery. Restraining someone unlawfully and every other thing they can think of to charge her ass with because she deserves all of it.
Yeah.
Don't cut no plea deal. Don't let off scotch-free. No, send her ass to jail for assault on a minor.
I mean, well, all things being equal, if she doesn't go to jail, that's fine. I'm fine with that. But the person, I mean, we just talked about a few minutes ago. Clearly, if you hit people with a car, that person deserves to go to jail.
Of course, I don't think it's going to happen, but I hope it will. I don't think it's going to happen, but hopefully that does happen.
Right, come on.
And I hope the family sue the shit out of her and the hotel. Sue her until she can't be sued no goddamn more.
Right.
Most definitely. They gotta go.
And the interview was very, very disrespectful and very flippant. I don't know how Gail her lawyer was hilarious. She was like, "What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah,
what are you doing?"
She put her hand down like, "Yo, chill." Bro.
She was like, "I don't get paid enough to deal with this shit." I like her lawyer. I like what lawyer was doing, man. That was fun.
I thought that was her mother, so that was her lawyer?
That was her lawyer.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Maryland has just passed a law that will use your rap lyrics against you. Not all lyrics, but your rap lyrics against you in court of law.
So that is obviously, this is exactly what I was talking about, that we need to be mindful about censorship. So here again, this is the exact example. A person uses that they create something, they use music to express themselves, and that the fact that it can be used against you in a court of law, that's censorship that we didn't expect would even come out of it. How is this possible? How can we, we should be willing to push against this. That's why we have to be mindful. We have to look at it we have to look at it holistically. We can't cheer on when somebody gets pushed off of Twitter necessarily, because that same mentality is what gets us to now the things that you decide to sing, write about, rap about can now be used against you.
Yeah, this is going to definitely be pure pandemonium. I mean, I think it's going to be lawsuits out the ass because, I mean, there's a lot of rappers just make up like scenarios first in their lyrics.
As they should. I mean, it's a creative modality.
Yeah. And it just, I mean, I don't know how you can really just say what's factual and what's not factual in rapping lyrics. And that goes the same, I think, for like you want to arrest people who act, who make out scenes and stuff like that. I think this is a bit excessive, uh, and it just I think it's helping the police force, I guess, but it's not the way the interpretation of the law is going. It's more detrimental than helping was supposed
Right.
to. Yeah,
This is a blatantly targeted and racist law. Mind you, this
most
doesn't
definitely.
say all lyrics is just rap lyrics. This isn't like, oh, if I'm a singer, they can use my lyrics, or if I'm a yodelist, they can use my lyrics. No, it says specifically rap lyrics. So if I'm a singer and I sing about killing 12 people, and I actually do it, they can't use my lyrics in court. If I rap, I say, oh yeah, blah, blah, blah,
Not
such
unless
and
you
such,
rhyme it.
such and such happened 12 years ago. I'm just making it up, or whatever. I literally just making it up in my head. They're like, oh yeah, don't you remember you saying
But
this? Like,
Right.
that's not real.
but
That's something I made up.
what they make
I mean,
words
Adam Levine
rhymes in their
definitely got a
singing
song about
lyrics.
rape, so
Yeah, yeah, they got always talking about rape and murder. Like, oh, we're not going to use that. No, you're a rapper. You say, oh, I sold that a pound of weed. Like, no, I just made that up. They're like, no, you said it. It's real. It's real. It's very real. We
right.
use it against you. Like that don't make no type of sense. Like, come on, man.
Uh-uh-uh.
That's a very targeted and terrible law, and hopefully it gets taken out the law books. Like it's not like all lyrics. This is rap lyrics. Like, come on, man.
Right. So then you make you're even biased to the point that you want to be specific about the type of music. All right, well that's fine. Now I'm a country singer. Like, is that the loophole?
Hey,
This is a
I
country
guess so.
song.
It's a country song. I guess so. I guess that's what's going to have to be. It's going to have to be that, or
It's like, Your Honor, this my client is a country music superstar.
do you not hear the banjos? Do you not
Right.
hear the jugs in the background?
Right.
Don't you hear
Right.
that?
That's not an 808.
Don't you hear that xylophone right there? That's classic country with the washboard. You hear that, right?
This is definitely dangerous. This I think
Dangerous territory, man.
don't you remember TK, the rapper TK?
Yeah.
Yeah, he this I guess this would be his type of law. Pretty much, this whole song was used against them.
Yeah, but
His song.
he was literally rapping about killing. He was literally rapping about actual shootings he was involved in. He actually did shoot those people. He was actually there when these people got murdered. It ain't like he was making. He actually was there for these incidents. They literally have GPS records of him being there. So it's not like they like, hey, we was going to give up. Like, no, we have you there. You rapped about it being there.
Yeah, but
That's something totally different. It's like, hey, we know you. We have medical video of you there. We have on the daggone what you call them damn cameras, the speed cameras in the car while this thing was going on. It's not like he was like, hey, I'm just making this up. Like, no, he was there. He was there.
But he didn't use names and actual.
He literally did use names. He said my man eating good noodles every day, and that was the man that was in jail. Like, he was literally naming. I was like, oh, we did this. He was like naming people that actually was doing these things.
There was no government names. Put it like that. Man, we gotta let the police do their job, man. Come on now.
I'll see.
Hey, look, man. Self snitching is a thing, man. I ain't gonna. Self snitching is a thing. You got look. If you don't self snitch, there's nothing that can use against you. I'm not saying take away. I'm not saying take away from your artistry. I'm not saying that. But if you don't self snitch, there's nothing that can use against you with that.
Again,
I mean, here's the thing. Obviously, people shouldn't do murder and other heinous crimes. But I also believe that if you happen to be a murderer who likes to carry a tune, then yeah, I mean, I got something to sing about it.
I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying
let's
be careful
get
what you
the person on the murder, not the fact that they decided to don't take the music part out of it.
All I'm saying is be careful about what you doing, man. Just know what you're doing, man, because they will catch you up with this stuff. We've seen it before. They caught what's that dude? It was a rapper they caught using his lyrics they had him for a murder. They used his lyrics to actually solidify the case over in California. He doing life now because of that shit. And again, if you're doing these things, do not rap about them. They will use it against you if they have enough evidence, or use it as evidence to use it against you.
Well, that does go back to my point earlier when I said be mindful of the things you say and
Yeah.
be mindful to not say certain things and
Again, I'm
be
not telling
mindful
you
of the
not to
platforms
use your
that you're on.
platform to speak on whatever you want to speak on, but think. You gotta think. That's all I'm saying. Just
That's
think
true.
about it, man. Think about if that hit record is worth you going to jail for life because you didn't think, oh yeah, they're not going to think about this. I did this 10 years ago. Like no, that's a cold case. They can still actually open up. Like hey, yeah, he said this. Yeah, yeah. Let's go look at it again. See if he was there.
Right.
And
Right.
again, be careful about what you're saying, man. Be careful about what you're saying. Again, the
100%.
law is terrible. The law should not be used like that, but they're going to do it anyway. So be careful what you're saying out there, man.
Right.
All right, let's get into this thing with a lot of COVID news going on. A lot of COVID news going on.
Yep.
We have currently 200,000 plus dead in Brazil due to COVID.
That's a shame.
It kind
Um,
of it kind of knocks my concept. Well, I guess the original concept is that like warm weather kind of will reduce the rates. So I don't know.
A lot of people thought that, and apparently that's not the case.
you think because the virus is mutating, you think that's also a big factor.
A lot of people didn't believe the virus was real, man. A lot of people was like, "No, it ain't real," trying to scare us. And hey,
Yeah, I mean, do you think?
of
Well,
course, the
how do you think
mutation
things?
is a fact. Is a fact that we don't have enough evidence. We just have a couple of um, a few cases that we actually know of, and no actual study of anything. So it could be the original virus, it could be a mutation that we don't actually know yet. There hasn't been enough
Yeah.
time for anyone to study any of this. Like literally none of it. So we don't
Yeah,
know. All I'm saying is, man, stay safe. Stay social distance, wash your hands, wear your mask, do what you gotta do, man.
and people gotta know that this virus is still real.
Very
I mean,
real
you
out
may
here,
be
very real out
breathing,
here.
living, healthy day to day, and then next thing you know, you test positive or shit. Might be your last breath. So I mean, it's something that we
Uh-huh.
have to be mindful. Use hand sanitizer, mask up. Stay clean. Eat right. You know,
Eat right.
yeah.
Keep your body healthy.
I mean, it
Yeah,
takes all of us. You know what I'm saying?
it does. It
We all
does.
we all have to get on board
Yes,
as a
it
country.
does. Um, Japan just declared their second state of emergency due to COVID. I mean, they about to shut down again. There's some crazy
Ooh,
stuff going on over there. Uh, England, well, London is they declared a major incident due to COVID. The healthcare system is about to be overwhelmed, like completely overwhelmed over there due to the amount of cases and everything. Again, we've seen that this is hitting the whole world again. Italy shut down again. France is shutting down. Like everything is shut down again. People thought it was safe out there. It's not safe. This virus is fucking real. People are dying.
Yeah, the shutdowns are going to continue. Um, the shutdowns are going to we not. It's going to be at least another year before we get ahead of it. That's how I feel.
I don't think we'll ever be ahead of it. I think we're just going to be playing catch up the whole time.
Well,
I think
yeah.
that we're in uncharted territories, like I've said for much of last year. I think that the way the way we perceive things, so as far as like, hey, it's a virus, then we got the vaccine, we're good back to normal. I don't think that's the way it's going to be anymore. I think that every I think we live by a month to month basis here in the United States and as well as the world, especially with the
Mm,
things that we saw from last year. With starting off with recipes to Kobe Bryant, then the virus, then killer bees, then finding UFOs. What I'm saying, we live on a month to month basis, so everything you just gonna have to roll with the punches. You know what I'm saying? So there's no real indicator as far as us getting through this. We just have to do our best to just live our life day by day, week by week.
Yeah, there's an update from last week on the LA LA shutting down the healthcare thing, whatever. They are working out of tents now. The tents are almost full at most of these hospitals in LA County. No one's getting a bed in LA County apparently. They're working on tents, and like I said last time, they can't resuscitate you or revive you at the scene or in the ambulance. You may be declared dead on the scene there now, and a doctor might not even see you if you do make it there to the tents.
I mean, they also have a horrible homeless population.
They do.
So I think that's a factor. I think that's a factor too, for sure.
That is a factor. They were saying that Maryland is getting close to running out of beds for their COVID units.
Mm-hmm.
Again, that's terrible news. It's very terrible that people aren't being able to get the care they need, but it is what it is. What you want to do?
Mm-hmm.
What can you do? There's nothing you can do, man.
I mean, it's sad. It's sad news, especially for people who everybody deserves that right to good health and be treated with respect. Saying have a fighting chance of life. And then
limited resources being
also
stretched thin.
also give chance for people to to snag hearts and lungs and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? So this is really it's a you know what I'm saying underground economy happening before our very own eyes. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's a deeper, darker turn.
It could be. That's a strong possibility. I can't rule that out. There are vaccines being rolled out to regular people now. Apparently, they're rolling out to regular people in different waves now. It's a slow rollout, a very slow rollout from what I've seen. They do have a little card where you can say, yes, I've got the vaccine or whatever, on a little card. They give your name, had a little card saying COVID vaccine, took it or whatever. Hopefully they speed this process up. I don't know if it's a manufacturing process. Apparently some places have it just stuck in warehouses or in facilities. They just not giving them out. Just slow rolling it out. I don't know if it's a bureaucratic thing or what, but some places have it, some places don't, and they roll it out slowly. Hopefully they speed it up and get more people the vaccine. Some places are stopping the second dose of the vaccine. Like people get the photos and like, no, we're not doing the second dose. Like the UK stopped it last time. The last show we talked about that, they're not doing the second dose of it. I don't know why. I don't know why
they need the booster.
They do need it, but I have no idea why they're doing that. Again, they didn't specify which vaccine it was, whether it was the Pfizer or Moderna one they were doing, but they are stopping the second vaccine. So I don't know what's going on with that.
You're saying that people only need to take one shot now?
No. I'm saying that certain governments are stopping the second shot from being released.
Oh, interesting.
Like we said last week, the UK government is actually stopping the second shot. Again, they haven't said from which vaccine it was, whether it was the Moderna or the Pfizer one, but they are delaying the second shot for people. I don't know. Hopefully, the US isn't doing that because a lot of people haven't even got the first shot yet.
Well, maybe there's a reason why they're stopping the second shot.
I don't know. I haven't talked to the UK government. I haven't seen any press release about it. Haven't talked to any doctors or anything about it. I'm informed on it. I'm just saying what they have done. Again, hopefully something comes out soon and someone actually explains it. Someone with a better medical knowledge than me. Maybe someone with the World Health Organization or CDC director or someone over the UK that the health minister or something like that can actually explain that or give some type of reason for it. Again, I don't know. Maybe they know something we don't know. That'll be my guess. They know something we don't know. They just haven't said anything. But hey, that's what's going on.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. I mean, are you still taking? Are you want to take the vaccine? Is it available, Ron?
Maybe.
What about you, Kendra?
No.
It's been researched and improving the work.
Nope.
Yeah, I definitely want to see what happens over the next 3 or 4 months with the people who've been vaccinated. I wish it was like a platform or some type of what you call it, like a case study, like that was visible where we could see like people who took the vaccine and see how they're doing over the next few months. Like if that would be something
Again,
good to see.
we don't have a timeline for the second vaccine here in the U.S. Again, people haven't got the first shot here, so we don't know when the second shot could possibly come. We know there is a second one. We don't know when it's coming because the first one hasn't been widely released. So
let me ask you a question. Would y'all take an AIDS vaccine?
They've had.
Would you take one if there was one available? There isn't one available. Would you take one if there was?
If there was one available, I would take it. Yeah, they had 40 years to study AIDS.
Yeah.
They had 40 years to do case studies and trials and clinical studies and have everything double tested and looked over and triple looked over and everything. Yeah, I would take it. They went through the whole process doing these years to actually get it done. So yeah, they've had like 40 years to do it. So yeah, I would take it. Yes.
They got the PrEP medicine. Well, the pill, the PrEP pill.
Yeah, but that's not a vaccine. That's something that could help you. That's something that can help you reduce your risk of getting if you were exposed within a certain time period. That's not actually saying, hey, you're immune from it or you're protected against it. That's just saying, hey, if you've had some type of unprotected contact with someone or you've been risky during this time period, take this. This can help you stop your risk of it or you don't go engage in risk activity, take this every day. This can lower your risk of actually catching this. It's not a vaccine, it's not an anti-agent against it. But yeah, they've had enough time to actually do the research and everything. So yeah, I would take one.
That's true.
Yeah, they probably got curious for all this shit. Well, maybe not COVID, but like
we don't even have a male contraceptive pill yet. Pill shot, patch, nothing yet. And that should have been top of the list right there. We ain't got that yet.
They probably got a cure for cancer. I'm pretty sure they got a cure for cancer.
Like, come on, that should be something where they can be able to mitigate the side effects of whatever. Ben had that to us. Like, come on, like, why is the female reproductive system the only one being mainly thought about when most of these companies are male run and male organized? Again, the corporate structure is what it is. I'm not saying anything about that. I'm just saying that the job market for these companies is what it is.
And let's be realistic.
If these companies do have all these reasons, why is that not? I'm not saying it should be top priority because again, diseases and stuff should be priority, but that should have been achieved by now. How long did it take to get female contraceptive done since they did the research on it? I'm guessing not long.
I mean, well, birth control has been around since the 1920s or 30s,
So yeah, that didn't take long since we got like actual medical systems. Like, oh yeah, we can look at this. Let's get this done. They got it done. Like, why is male reproductivity so hard for them to do if they're doing anything about it anyway? Again, I know this is off top. This is 10. I just want to know.
No, it's good. It's good.
This is something I want to know. Like, come on, man. Yeah, all these resources and stuff. I'm not saying take resources from anything else, like diseases and viruses and not like that. But why hasn't this problem been solved yet?
Because it's big business in the healthcare industry. You know what I'm saying? Just make people pay for the ailments, and the worse the ailment, the more money it is in it. Like of cancer, think of AIDS. You got these people, spending hundreds and hundreds to thousands of dollars, for the healthcare. That should be free, but that's another story.
All right, we got last 10 minutes, people. We're in the last 10 minutes.
Did we run through all the topics?
Yeah, well, that's it. We got like 9 minutes, 30 seconds left. That's it. We can speak on whatever else we want to talk about right now.
Okay. Do anybody see anything? Want to have anything? Anybody see anything interesting throughout this week, or have anything heavy on their heart that they want to talk about?
Well, I mean, this is top of the year. People have brought up, their resolutions and everything. Do you think the resolutions are beneficial? Is it worth it? Does it, in this landscape of, the COVID era, does it even make sense to try to think that you're going to get anything accomplished? Like, what say you?
I think it's the day by day thing. You know what I'm saying? change behavior starts one day at a time. Is usually routine based. Um, the I think sometimes you have to be almost narrow minded in order to get things done. Instead of looking at
Mhm.
the bigger picture, because bigger picture is I want to say it's like it's not that close, but the things close to you are what are the pinpoints that you need to focus on. You know what I'm saying? Let's
Right.
say if I have a goal to lose 100 pounds, I'm not gonna lose 100 pounds in one day. Okay, but I might could lose 1 or 2 pounds in a day. Might could lose 5 pounds in a week. You know, things of that nature. You gotta look at realistic, goals and know trend towards that direction. No matter
Mhm.
what you're doing, what your resolution is, you just stick to a good routine, healthy routine.
True.
Resolutions can be good for people if they stick to them. They have the attitude to say, okay, this is what I actually want to do. Most people will say, I'm gonna do something. They're like, all right, 2 or 3 days later, I ain't doing that shit no more. It's over with. A week at the most. Like, no, I'm done with that bullshit or whatever. I ain't thinking about that. But if it's actually a attainable goal or something you can actually reach, and you set your mind to it, you actually can break it down in smaller goals. Like, okay, say I want to actually start a business, and you're like, okay, what do I need to do? That I need to get my LLC. I need to do this, get my credit right, do this, that, this, that. You actually set smaller goals for yourself for the bigger attainer goal. I think that's reasonable, but that's only if you want to attain that goal. If your
Yeah.
resolution, if you don't give a damn about your resolution, that's empty words.
Right. Yeah. No.
Mhm.
Yeah. Smart goals. So just say small, measurable. I forget what the R is, but yeah, you you definitely gotta have measurable steps in order to get to the bigger picture. I was talking to somebody earlier today. It was talking about like I always feel like the things that I want to do to make my life better needs to be accomplished now, and but that's not possible. So it's just like, yeah, you do got to think about things in like a small every small step matters, and I don't necessarily always have to think about the bigger picture.
Very true. Very
Yeah, you
true.
gotta be on your own timeline. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
You're not in a race with anybody else. You gotta stay true to yourself, and you get to where you want to be when you get there. You know what I'm saying? Just stay in your lane.
Yes.
Focus on the things that you can accomplish. I'm saying these days it gets shorter and shorter, but by the minute, by the second. Our life expectancy we can't tell, so just try to live in the moment, do your best. You know what I'm saying? And make sure that you stay in good spirits. Most important person is yourself. As long
Hmm.
as you got a life, you have to make sure that you're doing well enough in order to help others, and then ultimately enable yourself to sustain, a healthy lifestyle for you and everybody else. So yeah,
Very
that's
true.
what I
Very
say.
true. So
All
I
right.
saw something interesting just now on Twitter. Apparently, with everything going on, sperm banks are booming right now, getting lots of business.
Wow.
Oh, aren't
Lots
you?
of
Hey, Roy, I heard you.
business.
Oh, wait a minute.
Aren't you
People
a
don't have
donor,
no jobs.
Roy?
Guys don't have jobs. They need some
Yeah,
money.
you got that money. Mind you,
That's why Roy's so rich.
no,
You can
I'm
look
not,
at his
I'm not, I'm
background so
not,
you
I'm
see that
not
he's
rich, bro. I'm
rich.
not rich.
They
Mind
say
you,
he was the biggest
there
donor.
are, these places are doing very, very good business. Of course, the opposite isn't the same for women donating eggs. Because a lot of women are very apprehensive in donating eggs.
Because it's a lot more invasive. I've looked into it. You have to take hormones for it. Like you have to, not be off of birth control at a certain time. You have to be in a certain age range. They
Yeah,
even sometimes want you to have a degree. You can't be on like specific insurance, like state insurances. Like there's a lot that goes into giving both eggs and if you want to become a surrogate. But if you do a surrogate, you definitely do get bread. That's definitely like a $16,000 come up. I've
yeah.
considered it.
Yo,
That's dope. How much time we got left, Roy?
we have 4 minutes.
All right. All right. Anything else? Not. We can wrap it up.
Let's just wrap it up right now.
All right.
Kendra, can you tell the people where to reach out to you again? So they
again, on IG, it's the Charm City Maven, Baltimore raised and bred. So I always rep my city. So again, it's the Charm City Maven on IG, and on Twitter, it's Charm City Vixen. So I get a little more spicy on Twitter.
Nice. What was the name of the podcast you said you were part of?
Outside the Norm.
Okay.
It's available on Apple.
Yes. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Closing thoughts.
Again, another trying week. Going to in the new year. But ultimately, you know what I'm saying, we gotta keep our spirits high. Keep on pushing. Hopefully that now that Biden and Harris are about to essentially take the throne, hopefully we get more things going in the favor of the people. And I think that we're going in a good direction with that.
Still got 10 more days. 10 more days, so they get up in there.
Yeah.
Still 10 more days. And again, I want to thank you, Kendra, my sister.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, we look alike.
We siblings out here. Close siblings.
You can tell by the gaps, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But again, thank you. Now I want to thank each and every one of you for viewing in on YouTube viewership, Anchor viewership, Spotify, Apple. Of course, please like and subscribe. Also leave comments. We do check comments as well. Just stay tuned. We're gonna bring you guys more content. You know what I'm saying? Clearly, things are always changing week by week, and we hope to get your thoughts and comments as well, man. Thank each and every one of you from the U.S. and internationally, and let's go.
All right, take care, guys. Thank you for having me.
No problem. Take care.
All right.
Much love.
Bye.